It's time for Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at WMIXsports.com. Rams baseball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ren Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Heartland Accounting. And by Central Christian Church. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski in the WMIX Sports mobile studios for Mount Vernon Rams baseball. Rams pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon. Welcome inside Perry County Fairgrounds. Chris Hugo with Jeff Crow alongside today for Rams baseball. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. Glad to have you with us on AM 940. Also online today, as always, at WMIXsports.com. And don't forget, you can stay in the game every day on Twitter at WMIX Sports. It's the 1-0 Mount Vernon Rams. They beat Salem yesterday 10-0 in 5 innings. The Pinckneyville Panthers, of course, playing their first game of the year. Can't wait to tell you about it here on your Ram pregame show. And, of course, Rams baseball is always powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. For personal banking in Mount Vernon, see Bria or Debbie Ashby. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. And, of course, today's action, the Rams looking to continue their offensive streak of yesterday. They pounded out 10 runs on 10 hits against the Salem Wildcats in the opener at Brendan Klein Field. They win 10-0. Of course, today it'll be a different look to some of the Rams out there in the batting order and defensively. And for that, we'll talk about that in our Central Christian Church starting lineups coming up in just a moment. But first, we welcome into the broadcast booth Jeff Crow. Jeff, the Mount Vernon Rams on the tear from last year. Of course, they did lose in the regional semifinal to Waterloo at Waterloo, but a team prior to that won 2 consecutive regionals. They beat a Salem team that we thought coming into the season would be pretty tough. They beat them handily 10-0. This is a Pinckneyville team that came into Brendan Klein Memorial Field last year, lost 11-1, but you return to Perry County this year, and this is the Ram team that had hot bats yesterday. It'll be interesting to see if that can continue into today.
Yeah, let's see if we can do it back-to-back. It's something that's really struggled at the beginning of the season. The nice thing about it, you've got nice weather. You haven't had a chance before this to really get out and do a lot of hitting except for in the cage. Like you said, the Rams yesterday was able to pull out a big 10-0 victory against Salem. A home opener, which is what you want to start off with. You know, home opener win is fantastic. Pinckneyville, first game of the season, their home opener. They want to come out and try to do the same thing and try to pay back a little bit that big loss that they had at Mount Vernon. But see Mount Vernon come in and what Tim Holloway's done with this squad year in, year out is something to behold. And I think we're in for one heck of a ball game day here at Perry County Fairgrounds.
Should be a great day at Rigdon Field. Of course, the Mount Vernon Rams and Pinckneyville Panthers. First pitch slated for 4:30. May get a bit of an earlier start. It's going to be a chilly one here from Pinckneyville, but sunny skies will prevail most of the afternoon. We need to take a quick break on Rams pregame. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
I'm Jason Lord. Look at your next round weather. We will see plenty of sunshine, and it will be breezy and cooler for this afternoon. High of 43, clear skies and cold tonight. Low down to 23. A mix of clouds and sun, and warmer by the afternoon tomorrow. High of 54, low 32 on Thursday night. A pleasant day with sunny skies on Friday. The high gets back up to 60. A mix of clouds and sun to start the weekend on Saturday. The high 53. Next round of weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Sometimes we sacrifice convenience for safety. Not anymore. Hi, Roy Schmidt Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. The 2013 Dodge Caravan SXT allows for convenient loading and unloading. With SXT's available power dual sliding doors and liftgate, the awkward load and unload becomes a thing of the past. It's easy to see why the Caravan is an IIHS top safety pick, with a multitude of safety and security features. See how you can save up to $2,000 cash allowance or qualify for 0% financing for up to 36 months on the 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan SXT at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse all of our inventory at kingcitychrysler.com. Don't forget to find us on Facebook.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Rams pregame. Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow alongside on WMIX. We're online from any device at WMIXsports.com as the Rams look to make it 2-0 today on the road at Rigdon Field in Pinckneyville. We're live from the Fairgrounds. Glad to have you. It's courtesy of Community First Bank. Quickly, we will get you the Rams starting lineups. They're going to go with a different set today. Matthew Williams will lead off at shortstop. Landon Thomas remains in the 2-spot out in center field. Colin Young, of course, goes from catcher to DH today, still in the 3-hole, while Colton Metter cleans up at first base. Pat the Bat had a big 2-run blast yesterday, 4 RBIs, is our RLC player of the game. He bats 5th out in left field. Thomas Weber takes his spot behind the plate today, batting 6th. Trevor Floto bats 7th at second base, while Sawyer Harrison bats 8th at third. Jake Pike gets a start in the lineup today. Saw him as a courtesy runner for Colin Young yesterday. Jake Pike bats 9th. And will be out in right field for the Mount Vernon Rams. We'll meet the Pinckneyville Panthers batting order of their home half of the first inning. Brought to you by Central Christian Church. Discover the excitement at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Central offers exciting worship experiences packed with energy, relevant teaching, and awesome programming for children and youth. Log on to thenewcentral.com for service times and more information. So Williams, Thomas, Young will get us started here in the top half of the first inning. The Rams, of course, the visitors on the scoreboard today. Every pitch of Rams baseball right here on AM 940. You guessed it, online at WMIXsports.com for a second consecutive year. We're back at home tomorrow, of course, weather permitting, as the Rams will welcome the Civic Memorial Eagles, the series that started back in 2011. On a Saturday in April, it's been moved to a Thursday in March last year. Of course, the Rams traveled to Bethalto a year ago. Welcome the Eagles back into the fold at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. Pre-game slated for 4:15. First pitch is scheduled to be at 4:30, but as you can tell from the past 2 games, we will be having earlier starts until the weather gets just a little bit nicer here in the area. Of course, first pitch forecast slated to be sunny skies. Temperature will be around 37 degrees, and we've already reached our high for the day. It'll be on the downward spiral from here. 0% chance of precipitation during this afternoon's game. Pitcher today for the Panthers will be Bigham. Cole Bigham, of course, wears number 7 as a left-hander. The first pitch will come at 4:25. It'll be a high ball to Matthew Williams. 1-0 will start the count. Of course, we get started at 4:25. We'll see how long this goes. We'll tell you all about that in our post-game show when it comes time. Should be a good one today between the Rams and the Panthers. Rams in their usual black tops with orange stripes on the side, orange numerics in white, of course, gray pants, while the Panthers are in what we presume to be their home whites with blue, Columbia blue trim. I believe Matthew swung and missed in second pitch to give us the 1-1 count over the ball high. I didn't see. Ball high. There we go. Now it could be 2-1. Nope, it's going to be low and inside. 3-0 count here. To the Rams shortstop. Played second base last year. Of course, heading to Red Lake to play golf in the fall. But now it's shortstop. The graduation is Zach Jones. That's going to be a strike on the inside corner. Good hard pitch by the pitcher Bigham. Makes the count 3-1 to Williams. Struggled somewhat at the plate yesterday. Matthew did end up going 1 of 3. He walked and had a run scored in addition to that single back in the 4th inning yesterday. This one's going to be on the inside fist. It'll be popped up, just escapes the outfield, and that's going to be a Texas leaguer into dead center. That's going to put Matthew Williams aboard with a leadoff single. Kind of a Bermuda Triangle out there.
Yeah, it's a nice little blooper. Just too shallow for the center fielder to come up to, but just too far out for the infielders to get to. But nice little leadoff hit. To take it anyway. What a difference a year ago. 74 degrees, you said, last year at this
74 degrees last year on opening day against the Wildcats at Salem. The Rams, of course, won that one 3-2. They beat the Wildcats 10-0 yesterday. Runner on first, nobody out. Thomas shows bunt. Good bender on the outside corner for a strike. LT did pull back. This could be a 0-1 count here again. 1 on and nobody out in case you're just joining us. Got started about 4:25, so at 4:27, we're 2 minutes into this one. The Rams trying to threaten here at the top of the first. Bigham's going to check over at first. That'll get away. Williams is going to try to take second. Getting over there to try to make a throw is Chapman. Not going to have a play into second base. On the air, we'll go Matthew Williams.
Ball just got down. First baseman couldn't couldn't handle it. Got down the dirt, got past, which gave Williams a chance to go ahead and get to second base.
It's a pretty good Panther program. They took a regional in 06, second place in 07. They were able to win a third-place trophy and win a regional as well. As this is going to be on the outside corner to Landon Thomas, 0-2. That regional came in 10. I believe the third-place trophy was in 08. A Panther team, the Rams have been playing for quite a while now. Left-handed on the hill, of course, is Bigham. Ahead in the count here, 0-2 with a runner on second, nobody out to Thomas, and that's going to be a called third strike. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and LT's retired. That'll be the first out of this top of the first inning. With the Rams threatening with a runner in scoring position, an RBI chance for Colin Young. Can't read my own writing. I do know that it's CY out there. Colin, of course, went 2 of 3 yesterday, had a pair of runs batted in, and 2 runs scored in a great hitting effort. This ball's going to be high. And Young is ahead in the count, 1-0. We are in a nice press box here at Pinckneyville at the Fairgrounds. Brought our heater along today, so no surprises from a temperature standpoint. Should be a comfortable one inside away from the wind. The 1-0 pitch is on the way right down the middle. That'll even the count quickly at 1 ball, 1 strike. Colton Metter stands on deck. Backing up the DH here, Colin Young. See what we get on the 1-1. A lefty hurler on the hill today. We'll get to the Panthers defensively here in just a moment. This is going to be high, 2 balls and a strike for Pinckneyville. Across the outfield, it's Taylor, Hicks, and Bana from left to right. Third to first, it's Burris, Luke rushing, and Chapman. Miller's behind the plate catching the pitcher, Cole Bigham. Lefty out of the stretch. What will he come with on 2-1? It's going to be to Young on the way inside, making a 3-1 count. With a runner on second base, reached second base on the air on the throw on the pickoff attempt at first base. Of course, Matthew did get a bloop single to lead us off. Rams trying to put one across the plate here in the top of the first in case you're just joining us. We got started a little bit early, just now hitting the bottom of the hour. We'll take care of that in just a moment. 3-1's going to be, like it hit the dirt. And that'll be a 1-out walk with runners on first and second. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, and online at WMIXsports.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Really can hear us in all of those places. Here comes the first pitch to Metter, swinging for the fences. He'll swing through it. It'll be 0-1. Runners on first and second here in the top half of the first inning. No score yet for Pinckneyville. Rams trying to strike first with a pair of bullets. The pitcher Bigham is a lefty, looking to fire in. Here it comes, and that's going to be high. 2 ball, or actually 1-1 to count to Colton Metter.
Big Colton Metter, big right-hander, plays first base. Got a lot of power behind him. See if he can do something with this runner at first and second.
See, lefty gets back. He's ready and set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be inside. Ooh, just misses low. And that'll be 2-1 now to Colton Metter. A very talented Panther program over the past decade or so. Of course, a couple of trophies and a couple of regionals added on to those regionals and sectionals they would have gotten on the way to those 2 trophies. As a 2-1 pitch with both runners going, and that'll be a double steal from the Rams. Good work there to move the runners up the bases, second and third now, with a pair in scoring position with a double steal, and that'll see a 3-1 count here on Colton. Not bad. A little bit of aggressiveness out of Tim Holloway today.
Colton, like I said, 3-1 count, only 1 out. See what he does here. Holds back. It's going to be swinging away.
See what happens on 3-1. He's going to let it go, and that's going to walk the bases loaded here. Not a bad effort from the Rams. Patient yet aggressive, a little bit passive-aggressive here from the Rams. And it'll be the bases loaded now at just 1 out, and Pat the Bat's going to stand in. Whoops.
Wow. I heard yesterday, listened to your broadcast, that he set one over the left field yesterday.
He did. We haven't seen a lot of homers since the switch to the composite bats last year. Let's see what happens if the bases juice 1 out. Ooh. Foul tips that one to the backstop. It'll be 0-1 now to Pat Bradford. Left fielder, he's a senior. Feels like he's been with us for quite a while, but carries a big, big bat. Had 4 runs batted in yesterday. Had a 2 RBI double to break it open in the first, and eventually had a 2-run shot over the left field wall yesterday. See if they keep coming. Here it comes on the way to Bradford, inside and tight. That's going to be a strike, so it's 0-2 now to Pat. Thomas Weber on deck. Bases are loaded. 1 out, top of the first. Still no score, but the Rams are threatening with these juice bases. Let's see what happens. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. You won't regret it. Here comes the pitch on the way. Ooh, that looked like it could have been right across the plate, but it's going to miss low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bradford. He'll get a bit of a reprieve. First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. They've carried you all throughout football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Glad to be with you, courtesy of them. And that's going to be an off-speed pitch outside to the right-handed Bradford. That'll be the second strikeout of the inning. for the pitcher Bigham. So both outs are via the strikeout, and so now it's make or break time for Thomas Weber with the bases loaded and just 2 outs. We're at the top of the first inning, still no score between the Rams and the Panthers here at Pinckneyville. Bigham will get set, the lefty out of the stretch. It'll be in the dirt outside. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes to Weber with Flota on deck. The Rams batted around in the first inning yesterday. We'll see if they can make that happen here today. Pinckneyville, of course, lost in the first round of the DuQuoin Regional last year, 7-5 to Sparta. That's going to be right in the back of Thomas Weber. So another hit by pitch. We've seen quite a few of those over the course of the season already. And that'll walk around in, and the Rams take a 1-0 lead. So take them how you can get them.
We keep your base runners going to keep the guys going around the bases. Possibility for another run here. Like you said, they started off early yesterday against Salem. See these Rams do it again here today.
Courtesy runner, that's going to be Clayton Reeves on the courtesy run for the catcher, Thomas Weber. That brings in T. Flo. Flota, of course, was 3 of 3 yesterday. Never crossed the plate, but did have a pair of runs batted in, as I believe was on his way to a natural cycle if he'd gotten the home runs. Never got the 4th at bat. Had a single, double, and triple in yesterday's 10-0 win over Salem. 2 gone, bases loaded for Flota, and he's going to power this one. Right field side, that's trying to sneak out, but will that be a great catch?
Yep.
Saving a potential bases clearing double, and that was a great catch on right field by Bonner, and that'll retire the side. We are through 1/2, 1-0 Rams. This is Mountain of Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back to Personal Banking is more than our tagline at Community First Bank. It's the truth. From our 5 locations in Jefferson County, the debit cards tied to local schools that we offer, the dozens of scholarships we provide to local youth, and even our president who sits at the front door. The Community First Bank difference is apparent. Our mission as Jefferson County's premier community bank is to provide the best customer service around. Stop by one of our 5 locations and experience true personal banking. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Rams Baseball. We head to the home half of the first inning at Pinckneyville. The Panthers trailing 1-0. Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow alongside. Of course, we need to get to know your Central Christian Church batting order for the Pinckneyville Panthers. Dylan Harden will lead off. He's a designated hitter, batting for, I believe, the pitcher Bigham. Luke Miller, the catcher, will bat second. It'll be Joey Burris in the 3 slot at third base. Cleanup hitter will be Luke Chapman at first base. Nolan Luke, the shortstop, will bat 5th. Adam Bonner, who made a great catch on the jump in right field a moment ago, that's where he will be. He bats 7th. Justin Rushing, the second baseman, bats 7th. Bonner bats 6th. Trent Hicks, the center fielder, will bat 8th. While Brian Taylor, the left fielder, will bat 9th for the Pinckneyville Panthers. On the hill today for the Rams will be Mr. Fulkerson. Brock Fulkerson, of course, the much talked about sophomore a year ago, still a flamethrower, comes back out for a junior season. And he will get us started. So the Rams will get their first pitch off today here from Pinckneyville, and that'll just miss outside to the catcher Weber. It'll be 1-0. Harden, the DH, will stand in. Of course, Miller and Burris to follow here in the home half of the first. Rams on top 1-0. Right down the middle, and swung on a miss. Evens the count at 1. Fulkerson has pretty good stuff.
Remember him coming in as a freshman and did some pitching at the varsity level, and you can tell then he's going to be a good player.
And the next one's going to be a hard pitch, just the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Glad to have you with us, regardless of where you may be accessing us, especially those of you who just passed the 255 interchange listening to us on AM 940. Ooh, a frozen rope right up the middle, and that's going to see its way through for a single from Dylan Harden. So 1 at bat and 1 aboard now for the Panthers here in the home half of the first inning. The Rams, of course, lead 1-0. Not bad. Great piece of hitting.
Yeah, it was. Right back up the middle. Caught a pitch he could drive. As you said, frozen rope. Lead-off single for Pinckneyville.
Of course, we got started slightly early if you wonder why we were so far into this one. Just the bottom of the first with 1 on and nobody out. The right-handed Miller showed bunt, pulled back. That's going to get away from Weber, and taking second base will be Harden. It's going to go around. He rounds second. It's going to stay put. Pass ball on that one gives us a 1-0 count.
Early in the game, maybe some little bit of butterflies going on. Can't get that straightened out here.
And out of the stretch now, relegated to it, is Brock Fulkerson. Great bunt laid down by Miller. That'll advance the runner to the third base. He'll throw to first in time with a 1-4 sacrifice. Will retire Miller, but it's one out and a runner on third base now. An excellent small ball by the Pinckneyville Panthers. Just he want to execute. Went to the right side with the runner. Went to first base side of the infield. The runner trying to go to third. Executed perfectly. It ends up as an out, but a great sacrifice by the catcher to bring up Joey Burris. 1-0 your score, bottom of the first. Pinckneyville threatening with a runner at third base. Ooh, great curveball that time, but it's going to miss low and away. The right-hander Burris. It's a 1-0 count. Glad to have you at WMIX. We are online, as always, at WMIXsports.com. Try to keep you updated on the Twitterverse as well, at WMIX Sports. Chris Hugo with Jeff Crow. Pitch out of the stretch for Fulkerson. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Williams will pick it up, fires to first in time, but that'll score a run, and that'll be a 6-3 RBI for Joey Burris, and it's 1-1. So a tie ball game, and that'll be the first run the Rams have allowed in this young season. Just game number 2. The Panthers, however, in their first game of the year. Same case last year, where the Rams already played a game. They'd already beaten Salem by the time they'd gotten around to Pinckneyville the following day. Nice curveball on the way to the right-handed Chapman, the cleanup hitter. That's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Fulkerson's on, he's outstanding. Of course, when he's off, sometimes he's struggled, as do most people, I suppose. But the kid really has some good stuff out there when he is effective. The 0-1 coming. Ooh, fastball that time. Overpowers. It's 0-2.
Hey, well, we've seen him pitch before, Chris, and run into a little bit of a bind, but then he always finds a way to get out of it again. And I think that's what you might see here. You might see a little spark lit in Brock Fulkerson.
Here we get on the 0-2. Here it comes. Ooh, foul tip right to the backstop. For the Panthers, they start their season today. Of course, they play in the river-to-river Mississippi, so we'll see like the Nashville Hornets, the Sparta Bulldogs, Carterville Lions, DuQuoin Indians, among others. We wait the 0-2 with 2 gone, and reaching out in front of that, off the front foot, that'll be a swing and a miss. And through 1, we are tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You'll notice right away that Second Chance Auto doesn't depend on fancy sales gimmicks. Instead, you'll only find honest deals with no credit checks and instant approval. Take your income tax rebate and use it on the great quality used vehicle you really want. Cars, trucks, minivans, along with small, mid-size, and full-size SUVs. Most priced under $10,000 with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Family owned for over 32 years, serving the families in our region. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
The Brothers Grimm hit the Wren Lake College Theater with an epic fairy tale where worlds collide. Into the Woods premieres Thursday, March the 21st. Take a look at the darker or grimmer side of fairy tales, dealing with the themes of responsibility, consideration, and everyday values. See the latest Wren Lake College Theater masterpiece at 7 p.m. Showings Thursday, March the 21st through Saturday, March the 23rd, or the matinee at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March the 24th. Tickets are only $12 at the door, or call the box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Videos driven by Ford Square. Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow alongside. Don't forget it's Drive One for your school event on Saturday from Ford Square, 9 till 3:30. Donate up to $6,000 on the behalf of the Ford Motor Company at Ford Square. All you have to do is test drive a select Ford or Lincoln motor vehicle. It's that simple, $20 per vehicle test driven. Goes back to the Mount Vernon Township High School athletic programs. Just go on out to Ford Square on Saturday. Back entrance. Can't beat it. It's the easiest fundraiser the Mount Vernon Rams will ever do.
One of the best fundraisers around. Tell you what, it's quality.
You betcha it is. And, of course, a quality pitch across the outside corner for the lefty. Cole Bigham is out for another inning of work. It's Harrison, Pike, Williams to get us started as we see 8, 9, and 1 here in the top of the second. We're tied at 1. Next pitch on the way, swung through, and it's going to be 0-2 to Sawyer Harrison. As we told you yesterday, the Rams beat Salem 10-0. We're tied right now as we're in the second. Bigham's pitched pretty effectively. Got the Rams to strand the bases loaded in the first. Off-speed pitch on 0-2, and that'll be a swinging strikeout now for Harrison. That's the third K on the afternoon for Bigham.
Sawyer was trying to make a little overpower on his swings there. Taking his time. See if he can slow down the next time up.
See what happens. Lefty-lefty matchup here as Pike will stand in, getting the start today against the left-handed pitcher. Going to be across the outside corner for a strike. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Good to see C.J. Opp. Hope he's tuned in. Well, he tweeted us, an often WMIX sports correspondent, usually during basketball season. Of course, he's a collegiate baseball player now. The pitch misses outside. Should be an even count to Jake Pike, the right fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike, tied at 1 here at the top of the second inning. Bigham will wind and fire. Ooh, goes high that time with the heat. Swung on a miss. It's 1-2. Interesting. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Trying to keep you updated there as well. We await the 1-2 to Pike with the bases empty. Just misses blown away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rams stranded, the bases loaded last inning. Let's see if they can get a runner on now. If not, they chase the higher heat. Swung on a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts equals 4 on the afternoon for Bigham, and this will bring up Matthew Williams, who singled and scored back in the first.
Bigham is having a great start to this ball game today, Chris. Like I said, 4 strikeouts, only 1 run across the plate.
See what happens here. Hey, he's going to pop that foul, Williams, as he stands in. Again, singled and scored. He's the Rams' only run. Lacks the foul ball.
Bigham's got a lot of movement on this ball, too, Chris.
That'll be key as we go down. 1 to Williams. Here it comes. Miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We fouled the first one off. There we go. Common sense eventually will have to prevail. Here it comes on this one. Ooh, swung on a miss, and striking out the side is Cole Bigham. We head to the bottom of the second inning, tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop wants to become your pharmacy of choice. It's so easy to transfer your prescription. All it takes is a phone call from you. And the Medicine Shop will take care of the rest. They accept Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many 90-day plans as well. Plus, you'll find their pharmacy staff so helpful. No long wait times, no hassles getting in and out of their pharmacy. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
In almost every case, if a person has PPO or HMO insurance where they pay a copay at the cash register, that copay will be identical wherever you go. And even if your card says Humana or Walmart or Walgreens, chances are you can use that prescription card anywhere. Just to be sure, give us a call and we can tell you over the phone if that's the case with your specific plan.
Don't forget to ask the Medicine Shop about delivery service to your home or workplace. Convenience and friendliness, all for the same cost. Only at the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
And we head to the bottom half of the second inning for the Panthers. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. We'll identify them in just a moment as Noah and Luke will foul the first one off. It's 0-1. Luke Bonner rushing for the Panthers here. We're tied at 1. Home half of the second inning, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo at Jeff Crow. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment today, as this will be a pitch low and away for an even count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nolan Luke, the shortstop. For the Rams defensively, Pat Bradford, Landon Thomas, Jake Pike from left to right. Third to first in the infield will be Sawyer Harrison, Matthew Williams, Trevor Flota, Colton Metter. Pitch from Brock Fulkerson on the way. It's just going to miss outside. It'll be 2-1. Catcher, of course, is Thomas Weber. Times. A lot happening on social media. We're on Facebook as well. Find us at WMIX Sports. That was a pitch outside, called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Nolan Luke. Let's see what we get. Here it is from Fulk. Oh, a great bender outside. Swung on a miss. Fulk has 2 strikeouts on the afternoon compared to 4 by his counterpart. Mr. Bigham, of course, struck out the side the previous half inning. The entire out family might be tuned in. At least most of them.
Big family, isn't it?
Good to us over the years, of course, at WMIX Sports. 1 out, and here comes Mr. Bana, I'm told. He'll take a strike on the outside corner, the right-hander. DC, of course. Words of wisdom today gave me 3 different pronunciations. The third one happened to be the proper one. Bana will take this one outside low. And it's even a count, 1 ball, 1 strike. In case you're just tuning in, of course, we are in the bottom half of the second inning, tied at 1. Rams got an RBI hit by pitch from Thomas Weber. And then Dylan Harden singled to lead off the home half of the first. Later came around to score on an RBI groundout. Right now it's a 1-2 count as that one caught the outside corner to Bono. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone. The bases are empty. And we're tied at 1. hard as that may or may not be to believe. Good curveball, just misses outside, though, and the count's even at 2.
They're looking early here. Looks like Brock Fulkerson may be heating up a little bit, Chris.
He hopes to be. He missed some time last year, had a bit of an injury. Goes curveball this time to get the swing and miss. So Fulk's trying to match the effort of Bigham and strike out the side here. He's just one batter away. Has 3 strikeouts on the day. Has struck out his last 3 batters. Fulk's the kind of kid, I mean, you know this, that he might give up an early run or might give up a long ball, but comes right back, attacks, and usually is fine.
Doesn't let it bother him. He just says, okay, I can't do anything about that. Let's go after this next one.
And that's what's key, is this foul ball down the first base side for Justin Rushing. He is the second baseman for the Panthers. Falls behind 0-1. 2 gone, nobody aboard here for Pinckneyville in the home half of the second inning on the road to the Perry County Fairgrounds. Our first trip here, at least from a broadcasting perspective. We've taken in a few sectionals from this location on the softball side. 0-1 comes. Ooh, a high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 0-2. We're going to do it without All-Stars and Stitches, one of our booster sponsors on Rams Athletics here on the radio. We'll tell you more about Big Dave and the crew there. Will we get a chance on 0-2? And yes, we will, to come high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you can put a logo on it, All-Stars and Stitches can probably print it. See Big Dave at All-Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School. Or call 435-5555. Fulkerson's looking for strikeout number 4. I'm going to strike out the side, 1-2. Rushing's going to call time, step out of the box. The right-hander will step back in. See Clayton Reeves speaking out of the Ram dugout. Here we go. Inside. Ooh, got him on the fastball inside, striking out the side. Oh, that's Brock Fulkerson. We head to the third side at 1. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conradi to their medical staff. Dr. Conradi specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conradi will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conradi, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
If you like a pitcher's duel, you'll tune into the right game right now. Rams and Panthers here at Pinckneyville. For Mount Vernon, at the top of the third, it'll be Thomas, Young, Metter, 2, 3, and 4. First pitch from the pitcher, Bigham, is going to be sent to right center field. And are you kidding me? That is going to be a home run from Landon Thomas. He came close yesterday. Looks back to make sure it wasn't a ground rule double. You don't ever want to assume after last year's Waterloo Regional. So he goes back to make sure he touches second base. And wow, I think everybody's kind of in shock that that one left the park. But that is going to be a leadoff homer for Landon Thomas here in the third. Nicely done.
Yes, it is. Landon Thomas, another one who's had a very good career as a Mount Vernon Rams baseball player. Got a hold of one there, and you wondered what it was going to do. It looked like it may have had the distance. It just took it a while, and it just made it over the fence right there in the gap.
I kind of lost it off the bat. I was forewarned before the game, so I did not even see it, but once I saw it, it was gone. So great at-bat by Landon Thomas. That brings in Colin Young, and the Rams take a 2-1 lead. Not bad. LT's really stepped up with the bat this year. The first 2 games of the season. The Rams lead 2-1. Young has a 0-1 count, swung and missed the first offering. Here it comes from Bigham. We told you about a pitcher's duel, and I must have jinxed it there. Both pitchers had 4 strikeouts, and both struck out the side in the second inning.
You have spells back and forth, but both pitchers are doing a very good job. Bigham's done a great job on the hill for Pinckneyville.
Now low and away here for Young. Colin had a pretty good day at the dish yesterday. Of course, does a great job behind the plate defensively. 2-1 is his count now with Colton Metter waiting on deck. Rams have taken a 2-1 lead on the LT homer. Here comes inside, but crowding the plate is Young, and that's going to be a 2-2 count.
I'll look to get on base here. If we can find the combination to Bigham.
Here it comes. Ooh, in the dirt. That's going to give us a tough count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Colin Young, the DH today. Usually you'll see a platoon behind the plate for Tim Holloway, the catcher. One day will be the catcher, next day will be the DH. No different with Grant Garrett and Colin Young last year. Looks like we'll see that with with Weber and Young this year. As on the 3-2 pitch, Young will take his second walk of the day. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Brings up Colton Metter, who he got walked his first time up. Well, the only time up, actually.
As the righty Metter will stand in. He walked his last time. Runner on, nobody out. 2-1 Ram lead on the Thomas homer. He'll take it low. Colton has a 1-0 count.
See these kids when they first came in and started playing baseball for these Rams as freshmen and watched them come up, and they've turned into outstanding ball players.
Here comes the next pitch. Metter's going to get a piece of this off the end of the bat right side. Giving chase the right fielder. Bana will not make the grab, and that is in fair territory. That's going to be a scorer's choice.
Yeah, it really is. Right now, it just puts Colton Metter at runners at first and second.
He did make a great catch.
Yeah.
Earlier, Bana we're talking about. I'm hard-pressed on the first game of the year to give that an air, especially because my view is blocked by the bar. 2-1. Rams on top here in the top of the third with 2 on and nobody out as the bat stands in.
It looked like whenever he came in on that, Chris, he came in and then this wind may have gotten it, and he may have misjudged it a little bit as it went over good because he ran past it.
The beauty part is you can always make scoring changes later if you're incorrect. As Pat's going to swing through this one. Inside-out swing since it's fouled on the third base side. Counts 1-1 to Pat the bat. 2 on and nobody out. We're in the top of the third inning. Glad to have you for Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. I need to tell you about Old Town First. You're tired of big corporate banking. You do have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dick Sina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Remember FDIC, 1-1 the count on the batter, Pat Bradford, had a home run over the left field wall yesterday. Of course, left fielder Taylor is playing him deep today. Pitch on the way from Big on the lefty out of the stretch is going to come well inside, and that'll be 2-1 to Pat.
Said earlier about scoring, they can make changes throughout. We've seen that even in Major League Baseball.
All the time.
Yeah.
It'll wreck your fantasy week if it happens after Sunday night, as Bradford's going to take the 2-1 high for 3-1. Tony Wilt is glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. We'll get you a Tony Wilt scoreboard update just as soon as we can find some other scores from around the area. As another inside-out swing. Look out, Thomas Weber. That was headed right for the on-deck circle, and the count's full now to Pat the bat, just the way he likes it.
Pat the bat. I like that. Pat the bat. That sort of just roams right in.
It's like Pat Burrell. A lot like Pat Burrell. Former Philly turned Giant turned Ray. Full count here. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the third. They're going to check on the runner at first. It was dangerous the first time. Works out okay this time, although Colton Metter was back safely.
The throw back was a little bit higher than what it was the last time. It was in the dirt.
Makes a difference. This was yesterday's Rindley College game. It is Pat. Start to call him Pat Burrell. Bradford gets a piece of it on the full count. The count remains full. Rindley College can save you over thousands. Let's do that again. Rindley College has over 100 degree certificate programs from which to choose. They can save you thousands in your college education. Log on to rsc.edu. Count is full with 2 on and nobody out to Pat Bradford. Here it comes. Outside corner. They're going to ring him up, and that'll be the 5th strikeout of the afternoon for the pitcher, Cole Bigham. Let's see. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Thomas Weber. It was a good eye. It was just one of those judgment calls in the outside corner. That would be a strikeout. So 1 out now for Thomas Weber. He was hit by a pitch and got the first inning run across the plate. Did get an RBI for his trouble. This time takes it inside again. Like ball 1. And the count will be 1-0 to Thomas Weber. Played for Jaron Shader out there on the gridiron this year. Backup quarterback who played significant time in the defensive secondary. Had a pretty good season. Takes a pitch high here. It should be 2-0.
Quite a few kids here on the Rams baseball team that played on the gridiron for Jared Shaner.
Yeah. Have some of that excelled at golf. Yep. Matthew Williams, Chipper Floto, they'll both play collegiately. They're going to check, fake Nope, they're actually going to throw to second base. Rams, of course, got themselves a 1-4-5 run down yesterday on the Salem Wildcats. Pinckneyville was hoping to get something similar. 2-1 the score. Landon Thomas home run unlocked the tie in the top of this third inning. He let it off with the blast. This pitch will escape low and away, 3-0.
I'll probably more likely be laying back on this pitch. Only one out, runners at first and second.
I feel he's not going to get the green light here. Nope. Just missed.
Oh, that was close.
Thought it was going to be a strike on the outside corner, but it must have just skidded across the chalk, and that'll be a one-out walk to load the bases for Thomas Weber. That'll bring up P. Flo. Rams stranded the bases, loaded back in the first, and then Coach Englehart's going to have a conversation with Bigham, the pitcher. This break in the action is presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See Dr. Eric Black and his friendly staff by the locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy, where customer service is their top priority. Chris Hugo with Jeff Crow alongside for Rams Baseball. We're near the top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
This is Rams Baseball on WMIX Mount Vernon and all of Southern Illinois. Or pick us up on any device at WMIXsports.com. Yet more free services from Withers Broadcasting.
That is a beast, that WMIXsports.com. Streaming you can pick up from anywhere, even a video game console. Bases loaded. Here comes the first pitch in the at-bat to Trevor Flote. He flew out to right. In the first inning on a heck of a catch by Adam Bana. Had to glide through the air on a ballet-like leap. It was pretty impressive. The 1-0 coming. And that's going to be slammed right into the glove, and it could be a double play. It will be. 6-3 on a great grab by Mr. Luke, and Nolan Luke turns 2 off the line drive out. We are through 2.5. It's 2-1 Rams. This is Bound for the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The 2013 Chevy Silverado is the hardest working, longest lasting truck on the market. And Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon has the best selection of Silverados in the area. Right now, you can get rebates up to $6,000 on the Silverado. Plus, get 2 years or 24,000 miles worth of free oil changes with your purchase. Nobody offers you more for your trade than Schmidt Chevrolet. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXsports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday sports show? WMIXsports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, WMIXsports.com. Glad to have you with us. We head to the home half of the third inning. Pinckneyville Panthers trailing the Mount Vernon Rams by a score of 2-1. For the Panthers, it'll be Hicks, Taylor, and Harden. Face Brock Fulkerson, who struck out the side in the last inning. Quick strike on the outside corner to the right-hander Hicks. Count just like that will start 0-1. Rams Baseball, of course, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. The 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss, make it 0-2. Our good friend Brock Fulkerson struck out his last 4 batters faced.
Came out of that first inning, struck out the last batter in the first, and just went wild after that.
Goes off speed, and on 3 pitches, you have a strikeout, number 5 on the day for Fulk. Just like that, we have 1 out of the inning. That'll bring up Ryan Taylor, the left fielder. Here with 1 out, nobody aboard. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. The Panthers trailing 2-1. Rams got a big home run by Landon Thomas to lead off the second, or make that the third. Used to the Rams being at home. And, of course, this is going to be a high first pitch, make it 1-0 to Brian Taylor.
Hard to get used to when you do that many, this many baseball games, especially early in the season.
Amen to that. We wait the 1-0. Where's it going? That's going right down the middle of the fastball. Swung on a miss. Make it 1-1. Taylor followed by Harden here in the home half of the third for the Panthers. The 1-1 count, here it comes, and that is going to be outside. Just misses. 2 balls and a strike to Taylor. Going to do without Sarah Staley of Country Financial. Talk more about her throughout the season. One of our Rams boosters. High pitch this time. A break, I think, like he thought it would. 3-1 count here on the batter, Brian Taylor. 3-1 pitch on the way, catches the outside corner. That will be a full count. That's why you don't assume. Yep. I believe that to be Justin Wyant out there behind the plate. Does a good job. Was ready to call a strike. Saw Mr. Taylor head the first. Kind of looked at him, wondering what he was doing, and made sure he yelled the strike call. 3-2 this time. Ooh, that's going to be a strikeout. Swung and a miss on the outside. 6 strikeouts in a row now for Fulkerson. Yikes.
Brock is found his rhythm. Got things going his way right now.
Of course, what you don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan that meets your goals with your Country Financial representative, Sarah Staley. She's in Mount Vernon. First pitch, of course, will be outside of the DH, Dylan Harden. He singled and scored back in the first. Has a 1-0 count up in the count here on Fulkerson. That's going to be a ground ball. So the consecutive strikeout streak will end, but the Rams get through this inning 1-2-3. We head to the fourth. 2-1 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
To the top of the fourth we go. For the Rams, it'll be 8-9-1. Sawyer Harrison, Jake Pike, and Matthew Williams, barring any changes to Tim Holloway's lineup. The Rams are 1-0 on the year after yesterday's 10-0 win over Salem. Today it's been a hit-by-pitch RBI from Thomas Weber and a leadoff home run in the third inning from Landon Thomas that gave the Rams this 2-1 lead. First pitch of the inning, however, is going to be low and away for ball 1 to Sawyer Harrison. It's been a decent day for the pitcher Cole Bingham. He had a consecutive strikeout streak going as well. When he struck out the side back in the second, I was thinking he had 4 consecutive. He did not. He just has 4 on the day. Harrison's going to power one towards right field. Bana is on his horse, and this one is going to escape. No, it's going to hit the wall. Dang it. Screen me, and that is going to be a leadoff double for Sawyer Harrison.
Came up a little short, Chris. It looked like it was going to have the distance, but it just caught the bottom part of the fence. Nice little leadoff double by Mr. Harrison.
You betcha. Rams back in action tomorrow at home. They'll take on the Civic Memorial Eagles. It'll be a 4:30 start with a 4:15 first pitch right here on WMIX. 2-1 score. Rams threatening runner in scoring position for Jake Pike. He struck out his last at bat. Takes a first pitch strike across the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup here. This is one of only 2 lefties in the lineup for the Rams today. And behind the count is Pike, 0-1 with a runner on second and nobody out in the fourth. He'll take this one low, and it'll be a 1-1 count. We'll have a Red Lake College player of the game in this one. Save thousands on your college education at rlc.edu. Check out the more than 100 degree certificate programs at Red Lake College. Check them out again, rlc.edu. They will look the runner Harrison back to second base. We're on WMIX today, online at WMIXsports.com. Hope you're enjoying today's Rams-Panthers broadcast. 1-1's on its way. That's going to be fouled back behind us, and it'll be 1-2. Pike getting the start in right field today. It was a courtesy runner yesterday. After 7 innings, Fluky Baseball leads Middle Tennessee State 3-2. That game, I'm sure, is on 1300 The Fan, Withers Broadcasting sister station. 1-2 coming. That is going to be reached out for. Set the opposite way. That should be a fair ball, and it is. This could be an RBI, maybe extra bases for Pike. Harrison's going to come around to score. Pike will slide into second base. It's an RBI double for Jake Pike. Rams take a 3-1 lead.
Great job by Jake Pike. I got a question. Does he carry over his nickname from the basketball court?
He does.
Okay. Well, he nailed that one.
Yeah, he did.
And an RBI. I didn't know if that applied, if you could carry over a basketball nickname over.
As Williams steps in, immediately sends one to left field, and that's going to get to the wall. A hit parade ensues as Pike rounds third, headed for home, and that's going to be back-to-back RBI doubles for the Rams as Matthew Williams gets in on the action. So back-to-back-to-back doubles with back-to-back RBI doubles, and the Rams take a 4-1 lead.
Starting to get things heated up here, Chris. Figuring out Mr. Bigham just a little bit.
They might be. You kind of wondered yesterday if Salem was struggling, if the Rams' bats were that hot. I think we're getting part of that answer. 1 for 2 today with a home run, but Thomas is going to get underneath this once and into foul territory. Chapman gets underneath it, can't come away with the grab, and that will be strike one.
I wonder just how much that wind is playing havoc above those trees, because it looks like he had it nailed, but then it made a switch there at the very end. I know the wind's swirling just a little bit. I think that was the problem we had out there in right field earlier.
As we wait to see what Thomas does. 4-1, the Ram lead. Who will foul this off? Just got a piece of it on the foul tip. It's 0-2. Runner on second, nobody out. Top of the fourth. Back-to-back-to-back doubles. See the Rams on top, 4-1. See what the lefty has in the repertoire here. Ooh, this one is going to be muscled into right center field, and it is a hit parade. Williams is going to come around to score. Thomas is on his horse headed for second, and we have 4 doubles to start this fourth inning. The Rams have a 5-1 lead.
Well, I think your answer about their hot bats has probably been, your question about it has been answered just a little bit here. We're going to have a visit to the mound. But boy, I tell you what, it started off with Sawyer Harrison with the big double, and then followed up by Jake Pike, Matt Williams, and Landon Thomas. The bats are starting to heat up here for the Mount Vernon Rams. A while ago, the Pinckneyville Panthers softball team just finished up with their practice.
Lady Panthers softball, of course, another established program in Perry County. Greg Hale, of course, a longtime coach before he took over as the executive director of the Southern Illinois High School Junior Athletics. Southern Illinois Junior High School Athletics Association.
Yes, what a fantastic.
I always say the letters.
Yeah, what a fantastic job he's doing, and tell you what, he had big shoes to fill coming in behind the one and the only.
No doubt. Well, the double streak continues. They're going to check on Tom's second throw. Is going to be off the mark. LT gets back safely. Colin Young stands in. Can he keep it going? 4 doubles to start off this fourth. Let's see what happens. Righty-lefty matchup. Young the righty pitcher, Bigham the lefty. Ooh, good pitch across the inside corner.
What? He let that one. He called that. That was a ball. That was real close.
Dang. Oh, you'll have that.
Yeah.
And here it comes. That's going to catch the middle of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Colin Young. Rams are on top 5-1. We're here in the fourth inning from Pinckneyville. Rams having a pretty good effort. Runner on second, nobody out. That seems to be the name of the game thus far here in the top of the fourth inning. Pitch is on the way from Bigham. That's going to be in the dirt. 2-1 count as Young gets back in front of the pitcher. We'll tell you about Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Mount for the Rams. See Joe and Joy for a residential loan at Community First Bank, and welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We await the 2-1 pitch. Time is called.
Well, the nice thing about these press boxes like this is great inside, but the only bad thing of it is usually the concession stands right underneath, and you get to smell that popcorn as it's popping.
They do it right here in Pinckneyville. They hosted the softball sectional last year, of course. Nashville Hornets were able to take that sectional. Next pitch miss high to Young, 3-1, en route to a state title.
Yeah, imagine that.
Dempsey Whitty and his team. We'll be back at it here pretty soon. 3-1, here it comes. Ooh, and that's going to be across the lower edge of the zone. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out. If you're just joining us, the Rams have had 4 straight doubles to start off this fourth inning. Now on top, 5-1 over the Panthers here. at the Perry County Fairgrounds. The lefty, Bigham will get set. Here comes the pitch on the way. Young's going to see that inside, and that will end the double streak, but it keeps the Rams runners aboard streak going with 5. Runners on first and second now for Colton Metter. He's 1 of 1 today. Walked in his first and singled back in the third. Kind of feel that breeze coming in, but the shelter doing a great job protecting us. We also have a heater in here.
Well, that heater feels good.
Makes a difference. Here comes this one on the way, and this is going to be a big rope into center field. That'll be out of the reach of the center fielder, Hicks. Let's see how many of the Rams get across the plate as Metter's headed for second. He's going to stay there. They're going to wave Young around and let him go. The cross-country runner's going to get across the plate, and the Rams get 2 more across and a 2 RBI double for Colt Metter, who says, Colin, I'm happy for you. Broke up the double streak. I'm going to get one of my own.
So we just skipped a little bit of a beat there, but it didn't do any harm.
Not at all.
Big Colton, and we're going to have another visit. And
Colin Young's having a great season to start. Of course, Colton Metter, 2 of 2 today now with a pair of runs batted in. Not bad. We're going to have a conference at the mound. We're going to see a pitching change.
They want to start out pretty good. Bigham started out very, very good on the mound. Like I said, had a little strikeout string going, and then Mount Vernon came out and figured the combination out of Bigham. Like I said, but see what Pinckneyville comes back with. One thing about Pinckneyville, you come to Pinckneyville, you always see it's always dangerous. They're always good in everything they do. Gary, you know that?
At the bat, no kidding, coming in. He's 0 of 2 today, but Caleb Don or Dan? I would assume Don. It is Dan. I thought I'd heard the name Dan. That's why I didn't want to be thrown off.
That's the other nice thing about being in a press box. You got guys next to you that know the names and the pronunciation.
Dan will be the new pitcher for the Panthers. 7-1 is your score. He inherits a runner on second base, but nobody out.
Guess you could have texted Danny.
No, he's out of reach now. He's on assignment.
That's right. He is on assignment. I forgot about that.
Yep. This break in the action, of course, is presented by the Medicine Shop. See Dr. Eric Black and his friendly staff, the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon. Customer service is their top priority. They're at the Medicine Shop again, 2339 Broadway, proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams this season. We've been thankful to have them.
My gosh, look back at the Medicine Shop and see what they were in the building. Now see how they expanded and everything that they offer is just amazing.
I believe second generation now.
Yes. We're going there and seeing Rick behind the counter. Now the Suns jumped in. Done a fantastic job with that organization.
Eric Black, of course. They also have TMS Mobility and Rehab for all your standard and custom mobility needs. New pitcher will be Dan. Here in the top half of the fourth inning, the Rams have played at 5. No outs yet, but a runner on second and a guy capable of pounding the baseball. Pat Bradford stands in. He's 0 of 2 today, but don't let that fool you. Had a great day yesterday at the plate. Went 2 of 3 with 4 runs batted in, scored twice, but had 2 extra base hits, one of the double variety, and then had a home run back in, I believe, what eventually turned into the fourth inning. Went on forever.
Yeah.
7-1 now, here in the top of the fourth. No outs. Here it comes. Bradford's going to send this one right center field, and that's going to hit the very top of the wall. It's going to score Colt Metter. Bradford's going to head for 2, and that's going to be another double for the Rams here in the fourth inning to make it 8-1. Wow.
Let's have a special on doubles today, Chris. Mount Vernon is taking advantage of it here in the top of the fourth.
Good grief. 8-1, another double. 6 doubles here in the fourth. In steps Thomas Weber. He'll take one low. 1-0.
I wonder if there's any kind of a record.
I'm sure there is.
Number of doubles they have in one inning.
It is 8-1 now. Incredible. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams. And for the second time today, Thomas Weber will be plunked by a pitch. He doesn't care how he gets on, as long as he gets the board, and that puts 2 on.
It's 1 up for the team. Reminds me of Major League 2.
We'll have a courtesy runner, Clayton Reeves. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home. Dick Sino, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Trevor Flota may have about a 7-iron pulled out here.
See what he comes up with, maybe a sandwich, a little bit of loft. Ooh, looks like it. That's going to be a slow roller down the third base line. Will Flota beat it out? He will. Infield single for Team Low means the Rams are going to bat around, but now the bases are loaded for Sawyer Harrison, who got it all started. We've had 6 Ram doubles in the inning. Of course, the aforementioned Lady Panthers. Thank you, Mrs. Obb. They will open at home on Saturday after playing at Heron tomorrow.
They are clutch. You know that?
Pretty good. 8-1 your score. Bases loaded. We're in the top half of the fourth inning. Sawyer Harrison steps in with the bases juiced. Dan is on in relief in case you're just joining us. The Rams have busted it open here in the fourth. High fastball is tight. And that'll be ball 1 for Sawyer Harrison. The Rams have batted around here in inning number 4. WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Let's see what we get here. Harrison's going to take it outside this time, 2-0 count. That scoreboard update a moment ago. We told you the Salukis were on top of Middle Tennessee State. That game on Sister Station 1300, The Fan, pretty sure. 3-2 lead after 7. Salukis are on the road. Of course, that scoreboard update's powered by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Find Tony in his office. He's online at TonyWilt.com. Or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Next pitch on the way, and that's going to be in the back of Sawyer Harrison. And that'll bring in a run. So an RBI makes it 9-1. Interesting. Of course, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square. It's a drive one for your school event this Saturday from 9 until 3:30. Help the Rams raise $6,000. Test drive a select Ford or Lincoln motor vehicle at Ford Square, and $20 per vehicle goes back to Rams Athletics. Foul ball in the first pitch to Pike. Pike actually got the streak going as far as doubles are concerned because he's the one that got number 2. Or the 2-double streak. It evolved into 4. Now there's 6 Ram doubles here in this fourth inning. They lead 9-1. Bases are juiced. Nobody out, and this is going to be outside. It's a 2-0 count. Dan on in relief of Bigham. Started out well. He struck out the side in the second, then gave up the leadoff home run to Landon Thomas back in the third. Things just haven't been the same. And this is going to be sent the opposite way. That's going to score a run. Will it be 1 or will it be 2? Tim Holloway's going to hold up Trevor Flota. Reeves, the courtesy runner, comes around to score for Thomas Weber. The bases stay loaded on the RBI single by Jake Pike. Pike, of course, 2 of 2 in the inning. But 2 runs batted in. Flota, Harrison, Pike, your runners from third to first. Matthew Williams stands in, had an RBI double. The third batter of this inning.
Imagine that, an RBI double.
8 runs. The snowman on the board here for Mount Vernon, top half of the fourth, and no outs yet. We could be looking at a short game here. The last thing you want to see if you're the Panthers, first thing you want to see, of course, though, if you're the Mount Vernon Rams. The 1-1, actually, no, not Williams will step in. Here we go. That's going to be overhead. That's going to get away. Flota's going to try to make the effort to come home. He will come in. All runners advance. And that will make it 11-1. The Rams have put 9 on the board here in this inning.
Pinckneyville's woes continue here, Chris. Just can't seem to get it together. Started off great, but struggling here in the top of the fourth.
The Panther team is going to give some people some fits.
Yes, they are.
This is going to be high to Williams. 2 balls, no strikes. Here in the top of the fourth. If you're just joining us, the Rams lead Pinckneyville 11-1 after a 9-run assault here in the top half of the fourth. Next one's en route. That's going to be outside and away. How about the same thing there? How about low and outside? 3-0. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. We'll get you a scoreboard update tonight on WMIXsports.com before it's all said and done. This is going to be outside and catches the corner. Obligatory 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Going to do it without All Stars and Stitches. If you need apparel or banners, signs, products for your promotions, see Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches. Call 435-5555 or find him just west of the Benton High School. That's All Stars and Stitches. They do our banners. They look great. Full count now. Matthew Williams took a strike on the outside corner. 2 on, nobody out, top of the fourth. Rams lead 11-1. Let's see what happens. You do have to play 5, and this is going to be foul tip. Did the catcher get it? Nope. A reprieve for Matthew Williams here at the top of the order.
Harwood checking the ball out a little bit. Gives it back to the pitcher. Strolls back.
Quite a few friendly faces at the two Mount Vernon branches of Community First Bank of the Heartland. How about Kathy, Marcia, Hillary, Blake, Lisa, Maggie, Karen, John, Gage, Penny? I could go on and on. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Full count offering, make or break to Williams. Going to be high inside as he ducks down low. So that walk will juice the bases once again. And we're going to have a change as Coach Englehart is going to make a move.
Landon Thomas looking to come up.
As Lucas Carter is going to come on early. That is where that'll stop, as we're going to see.
Striding all the way in. Going to exchange gloves. Something that I did not realize until after I did started doing baseball with you.
What's that? People carry more than one glove?
No, just, yeah. You're in the outfield, you have one glove. Go to pitch, you grab another glove.
Try to keep you up to date on whom is going to be where. We're here. We do. That's the one constant. We do know that.
Yeah. How did we get here?
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, of course, are driven by Foursquare. As Carter looks like Carter's actually going to go to left. The pitcher will be Hicks. But we get it straightened out. So to center field, I assume, we'll go to the left fielder, Taylor. Albana will stay in right. There you go. That little lesson for you. The Rams lead 11-1. That is just incredible.
You get all kinds of knowledge. Listen to Rams baseball here on AM 940.
Yeah, you do. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports.
Twitter's exploding right now.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful day here on March the 13th, 2013. It'll be a little bit warmer, but hey, at least it's sunshiny.
Supposed to be a bit warmer at times next week, but unfortunate aspect of that is it's supposed to rain over the weekend.
Unfortunately.
Thankfully, the Rams are usually able to get their field ready, but I know there's some away games coming up. Of course, the Rams before have offered and have been obliged to use Brennan Klein whenever they were supposed to have been an away game. Of course, that's not the one I want. Where's the PDF? That's the PDF. Rams baseball, of course, scheduled to be at Triad on Tuesday. We'll see if that holds up. The Jefferson County Invitational looks like it could be in danger weather-wise for softball. That'd be our softball season debut on WMIX.
That seems to be one constant with that. The Jefferson County is it's either going to be cold or it's going to be raining that day.
No doubt, as Ellis is going to bat for Thomas. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Another pass ball, and your runner on third, Sawyer Harrison, elects to stay put. That's a good judgment call there. If you're not going to go, if you hesitate at all by the time you get a quarter of the way down, just stay put. That's exactly what happened there. It's a 1-1 count, unofficially.
Mm-hmm.
On my man, Tyler Ellis. Picked up the win yesterday. Threw 4 shutout innings. Had 6 strikeouts. Pretty impressive whip. Only allowed 4 walks and a hit. No 20s to work. Right now he's behind in the count to the pitcher, Hicks. The righty out of the windup will come. Bases loaded. Ooh, chases after the off speed. Hate to break it to you, big fella.
Yeah.
First base is occupied, and that'll be a strikeout. Great effort, though, by my man Ellis.
But that's only...
That'll bring up Tyler Morgan.
Yep.
Pitch in route, and that's going to be across the outside corner for strike one. We're in the top of the fourth, believe it or not. Bases are loaded, just one out. 0-1 count on Morgan here. He'll see some time possibly in the outfield or at catcher this season. And 0-1. It'll be in the dirt, count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 gone here in the top half of the fourth, as the Rams put 9 across here in the inning. Our next Rams broadcast is tomorrow. 4:15 your pregame. Civic Memorial Eagles will come to Brendan Klein Field. That pitch will be low again. Morgan ahead in the count here, 2-1. Harrison, Weber, Williams are your base runners here for the Rams. 2-1 pitch in route. In the dirt, that's going to get away on the wild pitch. Runners should advance. Harrison will score. It's 12-1. I don't know who I said was on second base a moment ago, but it's Jake Pike on third now. Yep, that'll happen. And I matched it right. I may not have.
Matt Williams. That's who's on second.
And Morgan has a 3-1 explode inside, and he'll take his base on the 1-out walk. And just like that, the Rams have the bases loaded again. As we will see Zach Gines bat in place of Colton Metter. I have a feeling this is pretty well what you're going to see. It's going to be fun to describe the action in the bottom half of the inning, however. And here comes the pitch on the way from Hicks. He's pitched pretty well. Location has been decent. In a rough spot to come in. It's outside the Giants as it's 1-0. Rams baseball presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. See Briere, Debbie Ashby, and Mount Vernon for your personal banking needs. Swung through, missed. Fastball outside that time, 1-1. Ooh. 12-1 your score if you're just joining us. The Rams have put 10 across. You're in the top half of the fourth inning. Inside it'll come, and that's to Mr. Gines. Zach, St. Mary's Knight. Yep. As is the guy on third, Jake Pike. Matthew Williams, I believe, a Woodlawn Warrior. Here comes. It's going to be a ground ball to third. Will they try to tag for 2 over to first, and that one will get away. We'll see what the initial call is going to be as they're going to wave everybody on. Williams is out. He's going to try to play decoy. So that'll go down as a 5. Here. Who knows?
A lot of things went on in that.
You bet they did.
A nice tag on him going to third base, but the throw was a little off. He threw it. He's off balance, Chris.
Tried to get 2. You appreciate what he tried to do. 12-1 your score. And the runner, Morgan's going to be going. Ground ball and the hit and run. It's going to be right back to the pitcher off of the bat of Bradford. And believe it or not, that's going to do us through 3.5. It's 12-1 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop wants to become your pharmacy of choice. It's so easy to transfer your prescription. All it takes is a phone call from you. And the Medicine Shop will take care of the rest. They accept Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many 90-day plans as well. Plus, you'll find their pharmacy staff so helpful. No long wait times, no hassles getting in and out of their pharmacy. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
In almost every case, if a person has PPO or HMO insurance where they pay a copay at the cash register, that copay will be identical wherever you go. And even if your card says Humana or Walmart or Walgreens, chances are you can use that prescription card anywhere. Just to be sure, give us a call and we can tell you over the phone if that's the case with your specific plan.
Don't forget to ask the Medicine Shop about delivery service to your home or workplace. Convenience and friendliness, all for the same cost. Only at the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. This inning lasted quite a bit, but Brock Fulkerson will reemerge onto the mound, trying to keep the shutout intact. 6 strikeouts on the day. He struck out the side in the second, struck out 2 of the 3 in the third. And now the Rams are on top 12-1 after playing 10 in their half of the fourth. There was 10 runs on 8 hits for Mount Vernon. They have 12 runs on 12 hits today.
A long time in the dugout for Mr. Fulkerson. You know, you sit in there and you'll keep warm, try to keep your arm warm so you can come out and get ready to throw again.
Looks like defensively the Rams will remain intact. That's for Hayden Paninsky coming out to play shortstop. Williams will slide on over to second base. And the first pitch of the inning is going to be outside to Luke Miller, the catcher. It's 1-0. Here comes, fouled off to the right side, and this will be 1-1 here to catcher Luke Miller. Sacrifice back in the first, his second plate appearance today. See what happens on the next. We're looking for a Ridley College player of the game. Hoping that Folk continues the shutout as he misses high, 2-1. It'll make it a lot easier than have to find our way to this Rams offense today.
Yeah, especially after the top half of this inning.
Our ball's going to miss high. Didn't bend or break quite enough for Brock, and it's 3-1. Ridley College can save you thousands on your college education. Find out which of the more than 100 degree certificate programs is right for you at rlc.edu. 3-1 coming. Ooh, just low, and that'll be a walk. Good eye there by Luke Miller. Leads off with a walk to get a runner aboard for the Panthers. Joey Burris will check in. Had that lone Panther RBI back in the first inning. Of course, a matchup of two RLC district schools. Vernon Rams and Pinckneyville Panthers here at the Perry County Fairgrounds. Right-handed pitcher on the hill. The hurler is Brock Fulkerson. He'll pitch out the stretch with the runner on first. Comes with it here. It's a fastball. It's going to be a slow dribbler back to the hill. It's going to be Fulkerson on the way to first. Good throw. And 1-3 will retire Burris, but it moves Miller on the second base. That'll bring up Luke Chapman 0 for 1 today. 12-1, the Rams on top.
Pinckneyville's trying to find a way to dig their way back into this, Chris. Down by 11.
12-1 ball game. Chris Hugo with Jeff Crow on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Curveball's going to get away, and the runner will head to third. And it'll be ball one, most importantly, to Chapman. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, of course, are driven by Ford Squares. A drive one for your school event coming up this Saturday, 9 to 3:30 at Ford Square in the back showroom. Here comes on the way. Foul ball into the Pinckneyville dugout. That's going to be 1-1. Everybody looks okay over there.
Yeah, they're dancing around over there trying to keep from getting hit. Everybody's safe.
Time to rotate the heater.
Tell you what, heater's a lifesaver.
You bet it is. 12-1. We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Rams scored 10 in their half, and this can be right down the middle. And like that, Chapman falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Couldn't do without Sarah Staley, Country Financial. We appreciate all of her assistance throughout the year as a Rams booster sponsor. We'll say more about Sarah after we get the result of this 1-2 pitch to Chapman. Curveball, it's going to dig around in the dirt. Good pickup, good block by the catcher, Weber. Of course, what you don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, most any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan to meet your goals with your Country Financial representative in Mount Vernon, Sarah Staley. Next pitch is going to dance in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count now to Luke Chapman. Somebody's smoking.
I know. I smell that.
It's smoking meat, we mean.
Yeah, exactly. I've been smelling that.
Like pork.
That smells awfully good.
Full count, 1 gone, runner on third, and that is going to miss outside. So, a walk will put runners at the corners now, and a chance for the Panthers to make this one go the full length. They get some runs across the plate. It's 12-1.
I think if we talk nice about whoever's doing the smoking, they might bring us up a sample.
Oh, you never know. You can try and hope. We'll have a break in the action as they'll meet at the mound. Presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Stop by the locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy where customer service is their top priority. Rams' top priorities try to get out of this one in a short game. They lead 12-1, bottom of the fourth. Pitch on the way. Heat that time. Swung and a miss, and it's 0-1. As Fulkerson tries to set the tone with Nolan Luke, he struck out his last at bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Rams in their half of the fifth. We assume will send Bradford, Weber, and Flota, at least their spots in the order, will probably be Hayden Paniski instead of Flota, as he took over at short. High off-speed pitch that time. Will miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nolan Luke, the Panther shortstop, stands back in. Back on the air tomorrow, 4:15, Rams baseball against Civic Memorial to be a home game back at Brennan Klein Field. We look forward to having you with us on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. It is low to Luke this time. 2 balls and a strike. Maybe. Here comes the next one, and that is going to be on the outside corner. Now it's 2-2.
That's what I've got.
So Fulkerson's the right-hander, junior pitcher for the Rams. Impressed quite a few last year as a sophomore. 2-2 coming. There it is. That's going to be high. So there it isn't.
There it isn't. All full.
Counts packed at this point with one gone and runners at the corners for the Panthers. Home half of the fourth. Rams on top 12-1. Fulkerson will come with it this time inside. And it'll walk the bases loaded on the full count offering. Eek.
Good. Brock had things going his way there in the last batter in the first and the second and the third. But like I said, his long stay in the dugout, I wonder how much that has affected him.
We'll see. See what Braden Cowley can do, number 11. Bases are crammed, one out. We're in the home half of the fourth inning. The Rams scored 10 in their half. Took a 12-1 lead. Fulkerson, can he settle things down as he'll throw low and away, and the fastball misses. It's 1-0. Woof. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Missed the bottom of the hour, but we can tell you this is WMIX Mount Vernon. Free service from Withers Broadcast. The 1-0 coming. Oh. Misses low and away. 2-0. Panthers are trying to battle back here in the home half of the fourth at the Fairgrounds. Very successful Panther baseball program over this millennium. Ooh, that's going to be a soft ground ball to the first base side. It's going to be a foot race back to the bag. A run scores. And that'll be 3 unassisted for Cowley, but it gets a run across the plate. And it's 12-2. All runners advance.
Runners second and third. Amazing how I figured that out.
As that'll bring up Justin Rushing. He struck out his last appearance. That was back in the second. Fulkerson trying to keep it a 10-run game. Pitch on the way, swung and miss, comes to the heat on the outside. And the right-hander, Rushing, falls behind 0-1. Rushing, a very popular name here in the Pinckneyville area. As 0-1 misses high to be get 1-1. 2 on, 2 gone. We're the top of the fourth. Of course, Todd Rushing comes to mind. Unfortunately, the former Pinckneyville Panther football coach. Curveball is going to be in the dirt. 2-1. Friend of the Saturday Sports Show is Todd Rushing. 2-1 count, 2 gone. We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 12-2 ball game. Pinckneyville split at 1. Panthers trying to make it more with 2 in scoring position. It'll catch the outside corner. What we thought was going to be ball 3 outside makes it a 2-2 count. 2 gone. And Fulkerson get the Rams out of the inning and force the hand of the Panthers in the top of the fifth. 2-2 on the way. It's going to be a ground ball back to the hill. Fulkerson's going to pick it up, fires over to first. And the 1-3 will retire the side. We are through 4. It's still 12-2 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Tax time means savings time. Use that tax refund at Second Chance Auto to purchase the best quality used vehicle around. In fact, in their 32-year history, the selection has never been better at Second Chance Auto. Clean, dependable, and great-looking cars, trucks, minivans, and a huge selection of small, mid-size, and full-size SUVs. Most priced under $10,000 with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Yes, your tax refund is your ticket to the vehicle you've always wanted. At Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Rams baseball. We head to the top half of the fifth inning. The Rams will send up. Looks like they'll keep. I got off in the order, that's right. It'll be Weber, Flota, and Harrison spots. Looks like Thomas is going to remain in his spot in the order here to take on the pitcher Hicks. Came on in relief in the fourth as the Rams burned through 3 Panther pitchers. en route to a 10-run inning. They lead 12-2. Regardless of what happens here, we still have to play the bottom half of the fifth inning. Hicks will fire, and it's going to be low. Looked like it was good enough, but it misses. 1-0 to Thomas. Rams baseball is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. They welcome you back to personal banking. 5 Jefferson County locations, the official voice of the Rams on WMIX. Low again, 2-0.
Thomas has been plucked twice on the back and walked in the third.
Here comes off at the end of the bat, inside-out swing. Ground ball to third base, fires across in time. Good play by Burris and Chapman, and the 5-3 will be your first out. That'll bring up Hayden Paninsky for the Rams. This time we saw Hayden Paninsky was at the Rams' final home game. He was dressed as Rams basketball coach Scott Gamber. That picture's on our Twitter somewhere. Follow us at WMIX Sports. We had the two lineups side by side. Base is empty, 1 out here in the top of the fifth. He'll turn inside, but takes a strike across the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Next one on the way, and at this time outside, even to count 1 ball, 1 strike. There's some games going on today. When we have more games going, we'll have more scores to provide. As Paninsky sends this foul right field side, that'll scoot out of play. It's 1-2. Scoreboard updates all season long are powered by Tony Wilk, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, find Tony. He's in his office at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower, we assume, or his virtual office is TonyWilk.com, or his mobile office, that big white State Farm Jeep. Find it around town. Curveball outside, gets away. It's 2-2.
I just seen that the other day. Good-looking Jeep.
The white State Farm Jeep?
Yes.
It's the international symbol for get to a better state.
Exactly. I seen him. I knew exactly who it was.
2-2 en route. Where's it going to go? It's going to go low. Full count now to Hayden Paninsky, batting in place of Trevor Flota. Sawyer Harrison is in the on-deck circle for the Rams. Looks like Morgan's going to be your catcher again. Over the head. That'll be a walk. Paninsky had no issues getting out of the way. As Harrison will step in.
See what Harrison can do here. Harrison had a pretty active 4th inning.
Ooh, and a dive right back into the bag on first base as they check on the runner, Hayden Paninsky. Hayden wears number 1. Missed part of last season, but came on strong over the latter portions. Of course, you missed yesterday's 10-1 win over the Salem Wildcats. You can listen to the archive at WMIXSports.com. 12-2 your score, top 5. Runner on, 1 out as it's fouled off by Harrison. Off the backstop and right back to the umpire. It's an 0-1 count on Sawyer. Waiting for the 0-1 offering out of the stretch from the right-hander. Ooh, low fastball, swung on, missed, and in the hole now. 0-2 is Harrison. Hicks came out of center field to take over the pitching duties back in the 4th. Doing pretty good for the Panthers. A large contingent of Panther fans beyond the center field wall, taking in today's festivities, and looked like maybe he was trying to go with a slider in the outside corner that got away, and it's going to be 1-2. That's our only assumption.
Good assumption to me.
Safe assumption sometimes. 1-2 the count, 1 gone, a runner aboard, top 5. Rams on top, 12-2, and that's going to come inside.
Could have caught him.
Didn't hear or see it, but we'll take their word for it. That's going to be another hit batsman today. Harrison was hit his last time up and later scored. See if that's some sort of positive omen for the Rams, as the lefty Pike's going to stand in. Pike's 2 of 3 today with a pair of runs batted in. He scored back in the 4th. He batted twice in the 4th, actually, so all of that offensive production came an inning to go. And the Rams have 2 on and 1 out as Pike takes it on the inside corner. Looked pretty flush, and it'll be 0-1. Not only can you follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, you can also follow Malvern Athletics on the Twitterverse, as the 0-1 will become 1-1. That misses low across the plate. You can follow Malvern Township High School Athletics at MVTHS Athletics, the initials of the high school plus athletics. All one word, Twitterverse. 1-1 come 2 on, and that's going to be into the left knee of Pike as he turns around. So back-to-back hit batsmen, and the Rams had the bases loaded without a hit here in the 5th. Could use some insurance, as we will see Matthew Williams once more. Rams baseball, as we've told you time and time again, is powered by the graciousness of Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Base is crammed for Williams. He'll take it high. It's 1-0. Matthew will play golf at Rin Lake College next fall. Played golf for Quinn McClure this past season. Played for Quinn for many years. 1-0 coming. And this is going to be raked into center, and that's going to fall for a base hit and be trouble. We'll have one run come around to score. They're going to hold up Harrison at third base, and Paninsky crosses the plate to make it 13-1.
Nice little poke by Mr. Williams. Gives him an RBI. Another one.
So in the box comes LT. Ellis batted for Thomas back in the second version of the 4th. LT, of course, 2 of 3 today with a pair of runs scored. Oh, yeah, a home run.
Oh, yeah.
13-2 your score at the bases loaded. This is going to be well outside. I can't imagine they want too much to do with Thomas at this point. But stranger things have happened. Wes Welker becomes a Bronco.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Imagine that.
1-0 coming. This is going to be off the end of the bat, but could slice for a base hit. No, that is going to be a great grab, and tagging up will be Harrison. That's 2 away. What a grab. A snow cone catch by Luke. They're going to say the runner didn't tag, and they're going to see if they can get the double play. Justin Lyons says no. It's 14-2 Rams.
That was a great catch there by the shortstop, though.
Sliced off of the bat. Almost ended up as a bloop single in right center field, but a great play by Nolan Luke. Hicks gets set, and here it comes. This is going to be off the middle of the bat, just underneath it. Luke, can he make another great play? He will. So that'll end the inning. We are through 4.5. The Rams add a pair more. It's 14-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Pekin Insurance.
I'm Jason Lord. Look at your next round weather. We will see plenty of sunshine, and it will be breezy and cooler for this afternoon. High of 43, clear skies and cold tonight, low down to 23. High mix of clouds and sun, and warmer by the afternoon tomorrow. High of 54, low 32 on Thursday night. A pleasant day with sunny skies on Friday. The high gets back up to 60. High mix of clouds and sun to start the weekend on Saturday, the high 53. Next round weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And to the 5th inning we go. It's the home half. Will it be the final frame here today? The Panthers need 3 runs to keep it going as they trail 14-2. Due up, looks like we will see Ruffino, Taylor, and Harden barring any other changes to the lineup. Hicks was due up. And the first pitch will be on the way. It'll be on the outside corner from the pitcher, Fulkerson. Chaz Ruffino. And now gets a piece of that one into the short. That'll get past Paninsky, and that'll be an E6 as Ruffino will reach. So 1 on and nobody out. Panthers will send up Taylor. Rams on top 14-2, and Fulkerson trying to get out of this one in a short game capacity. 6 strikeouts on the day, stands at the moment, even though he had a little bit of trouble in the 4th. To be a contender for our RLC Player of the Game. Red Lake College can save you thousands on your college education. Find out how at rlc.edu as the first pitch to Taylor misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Follow us on Twitter. We're at WMIX Sports. We're near the 6 o'clock hour. Ooh, check swing, but just gets underneath the upper edge of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pinckneyville looking to maybe play at least 3 to keep this going on.
See what they can do with the fastball muscle pass. Brian Taylor, 0 of 1 today. He's behind in this count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Panthers played at 1 in the first, scored another run back in the fourth. Need 3 here to keep it going beyond this 5th inning. The Rams can mow him down here. This would be it. Ooh, curveball that gets away. It'll bounce off the plate. That ended the best possible way it could, but Weber stepped on it before he could make a throw. That was a heck of a stop by Mr. Weber behind the dish. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks to be paying dividends thus far for the Rams. Closed out yesterday's game. Looks to have a pretty good pop behind the fastball. 2-2 coming. Check swing, lays off. It's low and outside. Full count now to Taylor. Taylor, a popular surname of the band Duran Duran. None of them named Brian. Full count coming. Swung and a miss, and that's going to do it at this at-bat for Taylor. 7th strikeout of the day for Brock Fulkerson. Puts it out on the board. A runner on second base, of course, from the Panthers, advanced on the wild pitch. We shall see what happens. Can the Panthers get the necessary 3 and send us to the 6th, or will the Rams shut it down and end this one here in the 5th? 14-2 your score. Swung and a miss. Fastball outside the right-hander Hart. Behind in this count, 0-1. Community First Bank of the Heartland, of course, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. First Lady Rams softball game, weather permitting, will be Monday, at least on the air. Their first game, they actually debut at the Fairfield Tournament on Saturday. We'll broadcast as many Lady Rams softball games as we can. We'd like to get no less than 10 or 12. I realize it's going to be so difficult to find once we start doing all of the Rams baseball games. 0-2 the count. Swung and a miss, low heat that time, and the Rams are an out away of ending this one in a short capacity. 8 strikeouts now for Brock Fulkerson. Pretty good effort today.
So kicking back to the Duran Duran. Sorry.
That'll sneak in on you every once in a while. Got to look out for it.
I know it.
Well, the Rams come undone here. Here it is. It's going to be right across the plate. That's, of course, a song off their wedding album, I believe, back in '93. 0-1.
He can be rented out for trivia contests, yeah. Mr. Chris Hugo.
0-1. Jeff Crow alongside. That's going to be right back up the middle. Can anybody get to it? Paninsky will. Fires across the diamond. Batter stayed on the bag somehow. A great play all around. 6-3 will retire the side, and that's going to do it today. The Rams win this one 14-2. We'll come back with your numbers and stats in your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What do you look for in a full-size pickup? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Here are some hard facts. The 2013 Ford F-150 can tow a heavier trailer and haul more cargo than any of its competitors, and it's engineered and tested to withstand more punishment. The F-150 is built Ford tough to come through with the capability you expect in this full-size pickup from Ford day in and day out. Right now you can save $4,500 on a 2013 Ford F-150 Crew Cab 4x4 with the new EcoBoost engine when you finance through Ford Motor Credit. That includes 3 payments on us. Come see any of our sales associates today and drive away in a Ford F-Series or any vehicle at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or log on to fordsquare.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I've been a nurse with Good Samaritan for many, many years. One of the best things about my job is knowing that I work for a hospital that cares so much about the community. We're dedicated to attracting the best physicians and investing in the most advanced medical technologies. Whether it's radiology, oncology, or advanced heart care, we provide some of the nation's most advanced treatment options right here in Southern Illinois. That way patients never have to travel far from their families to receive the care they need. I'm always happy when families come visit. And starting in 2013, that sort of thing will happen even more. That's when Good Samaritan opens our all-new Regional Health Center. Everything about the new center has been designed with patients in mind. It features all private rooms and family-friendly areas that make it easier for visitors to stay overnight. I can't wait to see what Good Samaritan does with this exciting new facility.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back into Perry County Fairgrounds, Rigdon Field. Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow alongside for the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. You'll find our friends at Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, right next to us at the WMIX studios, the WMIX Sports Studios here on the road, wrapping up a 14-2 victory. The Rams defeat the Pinckneyville Panthers today, and they do it on an impressive effort from Brock Fulkerson. Fulk finishes with 8 strikeouts today, an impressive effort, a great line for Fulkerson as the Rams come up here today on the road at Pinckneyville. What a game by the Rams. They finished 14 runs on 13 hits and error. They do strand 7. Pinckneyville, meanwhile, unofficially ends up with 2 runs on 2 hits, also an error, and they stranded a pair themselves, I believe. Not official. Don't take that to be official. We played this one in an hour 30. Started at 4:25, wrapped it up at about 5:55 today. Of course, we're coming upon the 6 o'clock hour. Here on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. What a game by the Rams. Brock Fulkerson took control on the hill. And the Rams offensively, whew, what a day at the office for the Rams offense. They were tied at 1 at some point. After 1. It helped I saw my book right. Rams got a run in the third to take a 2-1 lead. They scored 10 in the fourth to break it open 12-2, or 12-1. Pinckneyville scores 1 in the fourth to make it 12-2. The Rams add some insurance in the fifth to make it 14-2, and they never looked back. After allowing an error in the fifth inning to allow a runner aboard, the Rams shut him down. And by shut him down, I mean 2 strikeouts from Brock Fulkerson, a great play from Hayden Paninsky to basically make up for the error to start the inning, and a 6-3 put out and a great stretch by Colton Mutter ends this one. Rams win at 14-2 in an hour 30. Again, 14 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Pinckneyville Panthers. Those are your Heartland Accounting post-game stats. Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. That's Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow alongside for your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac post-game show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your Run Lake College player of the game. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Jason Lord. A look at your next round weather. We will see plenty of sunshine, and it will be breezy and cooler for this afternoon. High of 43, clear skies and cold tonight, low down to 23. A mix of clouds and sun, and warmer by the afternoon tomorrow. High of 54, low 32 on Thursday night. A pleasant day with sunny skies on Friday. The high gets back up to 60. A mix of clouds and sun to start the weekend on Saturday, the high 53. Next round weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
The Brothers Grimm hit the Wren Lake College Theater with an epic fairy tale where worlds collide. Into the Woods premieres Thursday, March the 21st. Take a look at the darker or grimmer side of fairy tales, dealing with the themes of responsibility, consideration, and everyday values. See the latest Wren Lake College Theater masterpiece at 7 p.m. Showings Thursday, March the 21st through Saturday, March the 23rd, or the matinee at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March the 24th. Tickets are only $12 at the door, or call the box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back to the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Jeff Crow. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. We have the final on there at WMIX Sports, plus some other inside info. Oh, man, hard to believe, but it's time here for our Wren Lake College player of the game, Jeff Crow. There was a lot of offense today for the Mount Vernon Rams with 14 runs on 13 hits, but our Wren Lake College player of the game is outside of that box.
Exactly. Most definitely. It's the guy who was on the hill today, who went 5 innings with 8 strikeouts in a short game, 14-2 victory. But Mr. Brock Fulkerson, is your player of the game today. What a great job he did on the hill.
A staunch offensive effort today by the Rams, but a great pitching effort. Brock Fulkerson, as Jeff just said, our Red Lake College player of the game. RLC, where you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Find out more at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, of course, it's time. That does it for us today. We're back on the air tomorrow. Of course, Rams baseball will have the Civic Memorial Eagles. It'll be at Brendan Klein Memorial Field. 4:15, slated to be your pregame. 4:30, your first pitch. It'll be on AM 940 online at WMIXsports.com. We'll archive this broadcast as we do all others on WMIXsports.com. If you missed yesterday's thrilling victory over the Salem Wildcats, you can find that online as well. That does it for us today. We thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. On behalf of Jeff Crow and Avery Barton back in the studio, for everyone at WMIX Sports, thank you for listening. We also encourage you to support our sponsors on behalf of our sponsors. I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you the final score from Perry County. The Mount Vernon Rams 14, the Pinckneyville Panthers 2. So long from Pinckneyville.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at WMIXsports.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Red Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Heartland Accounting. And by Central Christian Church. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX. Find archived broadcasts of Rams baseball at WMIXsports.com.